Yo, yo, welcome to the podcast that's gonna knock your lights out.
Yep, today we're doing one for ourselves and for the many others out there, all the fight fans.
Yeah, we thought we'd switch it up a little bit since we're fight fans ourselves. We thought maybe you guys might be fight fans. So today we're doing a special episode on combat. UFC mainly based today, but we might do this series, who knows. We'll talk about boxing, talk about Muay Thai, One Championship, UFC, PFA, I don't give a damn, LBC, ABQ.
It's a mess, man. It's a mess like fucking Jon Jones, man.
Yeah, oh
what
my God.
The fuck, Jon?
It's nice to know that some things never change, no matter what. It's kind of nice to know. Did you see let's just start from the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've heard, but Jon Jones has been arrested in Albuquerque again because he was apparently driving under the influence.
Fuck, Jon.
He didn't have proof of insurance. He had a loaded gun in the car with a round missing. I'm not entirely sure. I think they found the round, he shot outside his car or something. I don't know the exact details, but oh my God, this guy, Jon Jones, he's his own worst enemy.
Jon Jones is the only one that could take Jon Jones down, and Jon Jones loves to take Jon Jones down.
Hell yeah, he loves to beat up anybody, even himself.
You want to root for him, though.
You kind of do.
And you and I have discussed this. Jon Jones, possibly the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But he can't get his fucking act together.
No, absolutely not. Which is so hard to give the title of greatest of all time to somebody who's such a fuck up,
Yeah, I mean, there have been fuck ups in sports before that have been greatest of all times, but Jon Jones just keeps pushing it because it's a sport where you need to be on your toes at all times.
Yeah, you need to be on your toes at all times. Exactly. And I think the thing about Jon, there's several instances. He's been busted before, for using performance enhancers. That's been fought against, and it could be argued that, maybe it was a tainted supplement, he said it was a dick pill that he took that just contained that a little bit of substance. I don't know about that. There's a lot of fighters that don't need no dick pills. I wonder why he needed dick pills. I wonder if a healthy young man like him, I wonder why would he need that?
Exactly.
But then it's also that's the whole thing of it. Jon is also known. He likes to party. He likes to partake in that little nose blow.
Yeah.
He likes to party a little too hard, which is again comes up when he is arrested for DUIs, and it happened again. So,
yeah, and I mean his comeback was going well until the Reyes fight, though.
Yeah, well, I would say on Santos, a lot of people thought maybe Dos Santos had a good run against him, but I honestly gave that one to Jon. But when Reyes came up, that one was almost it's hard, super hard to kind of give that fight to Jon. I mean, I would love to give it to Jon. I mean, like we said, we kind of defended him before. We said it, he might be the greatest. But Reyes won that fight, I believe.
Yeah, and see, the thing about that is, you want to see Jon Jones fight because you love Jon Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
You love the way he handles himself. But when he comes up and all these steroid stuff and
and running over a pregnant lady.
Yeah,
not running over, but he hit a pregnant lady.
Yeah, oh, shit. And that coupled with the fact that now you can't even root for him because he might have lost his last fight.
Yeah.
Now you're losing reasons to want to see him keep fighting.
Yeah, exactly. So some people say last two fights, and then again here we are. Who knows what's gonna happen? The UFC has stripped him before of his title because of his crimes. Are they gonna do it again? He had just gotten, I believe, a warning from the Albuquerque courts to not come back. Don't do this shit again. Don't be drinking and driving and doing stupid shit. So who knows how lenient the courts are going to be? Who knows if Jon is even going to be able to keep fighting? I think we might even need to have maybe Reyes versus Dos Santos.
That'd be a good fight.
That would be an
That'd be a
awesome
good
fight. The two guys who people say beat Jon. So who knows? Who knows? We might. Who knows? We might be experiencing a new era for the light heavyweight division. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and see now, you run out of reasons to want Jon to come out.
Exactly.
You run out of reasons to keep supporting him.
Exactly.
Because you do it once, you get caught, you're fine. You do it again, and you just keep doing it, man.
Yeah,
you just keep fucking doing it.
It's like fool me once,
Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me.
Yeah, and here we are a third time. So, damn, it's super difficult. Well, honestly, I mean, I saw. Speaking of Reyes, I saw him posting about this, and he was utterly shocked. I believe he's just kind of. You can see in his posts and stuff how disappointed he is.
Yeah,
I truly believe he expected more out of Jon, just because honestly, I think honestly, when somebody it's kind of maybe, I don't know if it should be the way to see it. I know I could be wrong. I am wrong. Whatever. When somebody's a champion, you become idolized. Yeah. You become a public figure. You become big. You become a role model. Even people look up to champions. People look up to these winners. And a lot of the times, it's even if a guy's really good and really notable and admirable. Sometimes it's he's whatever unless he doesn't have the belt, doesn't have a championship, know. And so Jon had that belt. He had the gold for so long. So there's so many people that look to him.
Yeah,
I remember when I first started watching UFC, a long time ago. I think it was, I want to say around 2008 and stuff. And I remember Jon was doing his run as a champion, young man back then, and seeing him grow and become what he is, it's so amazing, but then also so sad because then he comes and does stuff like this.
Well, that's the thing, though. Jon Jones became a champion so young.
He did at 23, I believe.
So fucking young. And when you're at that age, it's kind of it's very hard to act like a champion because you're so young. You just want to live fucking life.
Yeah,
But how old?
Understandable.
He's in his 30s now.
Yes, exactly. He's a father. Which was crazy. Which I'm thinking, everybody's in quarantine, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing being drunk on this was Thursday, I believe he was arrested Thursday morning.
In the fucking morning?
So, so sometime early morning.
Yeah.
So I'm just bro, how hard are you partying on Wednesday night under a quarantine? It's not. I know you didn't go to any bar.
Yeah,
bars are closed.
You
didn't party.
Homie.
Yeah. Maybe you're with a homie or something. It's just okay, if you're your friend, you probably shouldn't be partying like that. I think it's fine. You can drink whatever, do whatever the hell you want, but don't be driving.
Yeah,
just fucking stay there, crash. Don't drive. Don't be out on the road. And it's I don't think he was. I mean, he had an open bottle. Funny enough, I believe it was George Masvidal.
Yeah.
It was his brand of mezcal.
Oh, fuck.
The one that he's endorsed by, whatever. So, I guess shout out to George Masvidal.
Shout out. Hey, man, speaking of Masvidal, dude, well, his fight's not coming up for a while, but, some upcoming, there seems to be a little upcoming fight that people can't stop talking about, man.
Yeah, just a tiny small
fights, two guys no one's ever heard of, but, it's getting a lot of buzz for some reason.
These nobodies.
Khabib.
How do you say it? Oh, shit, let me see. Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yes, Khabib Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson.
Oh man, and this is the only shed of good light that we've gone throughout this whole quarantine is that this fight's still going on.
Yeah, I mean Dana White, the president of the UFC, is doing everything in his power, which man's got a good amount of power. He told me he was the president.
Dana White gets a lot of shit. And rightfully so. There's a lot of shit that Dana White does and says it's so stupid.
He has said some
exactly
ridiculous things throughout
but
the years.
the fact that he's trying to still put on this fight, man,
and he knows how much the people want.
For me, this is my take on this. If Khabib's okay,
yes,
coronavirus free,
yes,
and Tony Ferguson's okay, coronavirus free, and everybody in this camp is, and that's all they're gonna let in, let it happen.
Yes.
Let it happen. The people need something to look forward to, man.
So do you agree with the whole thing on this has been a question being passed around kind of that would you like care if it was just one fight? If it was the whole thing, the whole event was literally Khabib versus Ferguson?
I wouldn't care. No. However, if they had the ability to get couple people on the undercard, then I'd say do it. If everybody was comfortable with it, if everybody was coronavirus free, and if it was possible, do it. The only reason I say so is because this is also an opportunity for those fighters to get some exposure. A lot of people are going to be watching this fight, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to be watching this fight, and as bad as this coronavirus is, we can't forget the fact that we are going to get back to normal at some point.
Yes.
And you and I, we criticize a lot of people for trying to take advantage of this, right? But I don't see fighting and sports as taking advantage of it when it comes to just giving somebody the chance to fight.
Yeah, right.
Because fighting, UFC, boxing, or any other type, it's such a different sport, dude.
Yeah, it's not a team sport.
It's not a team sport. It's such a different sport.
Yeah.
And you can't forget about that.
No,
man.
These are single individuals.
Exactly. And see, that's why earlier when you brought up the fact that we idolize these people, right, and that kids idolize these people, I would say, yeah, that's true. Kids do idolize these people, but adults idolize these people.
True.
A lot of guys our age, right, we're 24.
Yeah. We look up
to them because, like, we look at other sports and we're like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like you're not grinding it like you are in your 20s by yourself.
Right.
When you're a kid, you've got your parents, you've got you got a team with you.
Yeah.
But when you're older, it's just you. And when you look at fighters, it's just that fighter in the ring.
Yeah, all
and
the time.
I think that's part of the reason that we connect with these guys.
True.
You know?
Right.
But man, this Khabib fight, I could not be more excited for this.
I completely 100%. I completely 100% agree. And one thing that I wanted to point out, I don't know if you know this, but WrestleMania 2 took place in 3 different venues.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is what happened. So I forgot exactly the exact details of why this took place, why this happened.
It's probably Vince McMahon just trying to make some fucking cash, dude. Vince.
Well, here's the thing. He wanted to put out the event, but there was something preventing WrestleMania from happening. I believe it might have been something about an illness or something as well, trying to prevent too many people at one place. So Vince had the brilliant idea of having WrestleMania take place in 3 different venues, basically separating the amount of people and basically the fights, and the people at home would not realize what's happening because they're at home and they can't see the difference, and the people who are actually there in the arena and stuff, they'll have these events happening for them, and of course it's all staged. It's not. No, I don't think it was public, but yeah. Basically, do you think something like that may happen? Instead of having a bunch of fighters come into one stadium, just separate them. Have one guy here, another guy over here, another guy over here. Have them be hundreds of miles away from each other, and us at home watching the whole thing as if it was like seamlessly.
Shout out to Vince McMahon. That dude's in a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, and, pay your fucking workers and get them some fucking health care.
Yes.
Let's put that out there.
Please, Vince McMahon.
But that is an idea that I think should be implemented. And I didn't even think about that.
That's genius.
And that is pretty genius because...
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Chael's son and for that. We listened to a bunch of fight shit. Shout out Uncle Chael.
Unc, shout out. Check this out, though, man. That makes a lot of sense, and I think Dana White should consider it. UFC is huge right now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The UFC is huge. It's bigger than it's ever been.
Yeah, and it's one day I won't be surprised if it hits like WWE status.
Dude, you and I have talked about this. They need to get WWE style intros.
Yeah.
Walk-ins
Oh
to the
my
ring.
God.
If the walk-ins to the ring could be like WWE, I think this would take off a lot more. But that's a
Super.
fucking side story.
Super. Well, we'll get it. Well, you guys, if you guys like this, want us to keep on going on, we'll do wrestling, we'll do boxing, we'll do all kinds of
Heck yeah,
sports.
dude. Heck yeah, we'll go. But that is an interesting idea, and I think that it's something that Dana White should consider. The reason being is, I think you could put the show on with less than 10 people at one location. I mean, you need the cameraman, you need people to set up the ring, and the fighters.
Yeah, maybe you would need, I think, of course. I mean, I bet you'd need like a decent amount of people there. Ringside, I would question, how many people. Of course, you'd have probably
What, 3 people per camp?
Well, maybe who knows? I mean, shit. I would say you'd need the cut guy, maybe your coach, and then, probably somebody to check on you, to ice you and stuff, wipe you down. That's like 4 or 5. You need the referee. So I mean, I would say it would make sense if it was like a fight per venue or something like that. But maybe 2 fights at most, and then have.
So what do you think? Like 20, 25 people per venue?
Like something like that, I would say.
Okay,
I would
I could
say,
agree with
because you also need like medical personnel there,
Okay.
of course, in case something goes wrong. You need them there. But I would say keep it small, keep it super small. Maybe 2 fights a venue, and then have those fights separated by enough time to have them be able to wipe down everything and have that team leave. Maybe even leave the arena, so we don't have everybody all together at one time. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly super serious right now, of course.
Yeah.
But even more serious is Tony versus Khabib.
Yeah. Dude, Tony versus Khabib is, I'm telling you, it's the only thing giving people hope right now. Because, geez, I look at things like Sports Center, right?
Right.
What the fuck do they talk about? I haven't listened to them in a while, because I read everything on Bleacher Report on the app, and it's the same old thing. It's this new guy got coronavirus. Oh, that sucks. And it's
Right.
that's it. And how coronavirus is impacting one club, and it affects all the. I watch a lot of soccer, so it affects all the soccer clubs the same way. People can't pay their staff. Like I get it, and it's the same thing that I look in the news. I'm kind of overwhelmed with it, and I'm kind of done with it.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. I do think that Dana White should consider something like that, and I do think it makes sense. You could even get rid of the referees. The referees could just watch the fight from home, right, and cast in their vote.
I mean, the judges.
The judges. I'm sorry, the judges.
The judges. I was like, the referee. I was like, how do you stop the fight? He just texts in. Yeah, you can stop it now.
Sorry, let it be known. I'm a little drunk right now.
Yes, no judges. Yeah, especially not the fucking Nevada judges, state of judges. Oh,
Yeah,
no, I'm
dude.
sorry. Did I say Nevada? I meant Houston. Sorry.
There you go. Now you're messing up.
That's it. Well, no, not the doctor from Nevada, nor the judges from Houston should be there. But yeah, honestly, let us know what you guys think should happen. Let us know what you guys hope will happen. Send in your questions at podcast whatintheworld@gmail.com, and Instagram and Twitter whatintheworld podcast.
Yes, and follow me, who is Leon B _ before the B, on Instagram and Twitter.
And me at the Whack Box. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, on this episode of Fight Fans.
Peace.
Deuces.